Warning, there are profanity, topics, and other opinions that could offend you. Please watch and or listen at your own risk, and enjoy the show. Hey guys, I'm RDiK, OLDSCHOOLDUELIST, everyone call me, and this is a Yu-Gi-Oh video. So today is Wednesday. Well, it's technically Tuesday for me, but Wednesday of this video going out. Anyways, point of the video. So we're going to talk about, if you can see by the title, that we're going to talk about the October meta 2017. Well, at least like the current meta. Which, if you guys don't know, it's everyone's saying Spirals. Everyone says Spirals is tier 0 in TCG. Here's the thing. Here's my argument of Spirals being tier 0. Yeah, you could say Spirals are tier 0 and all this other stuff, but, you know, bricks are hand bricks are definitely a thing. People are smarter, or people can get better hands and get better card advantage a lot of the times. Yes, decks are really consistent, or the deck is really consistent, but so is Pendulum Magicians. They're extremely consistent, and yes, and like, even though because of the new Master Rule, people were saying pendulums are dead. Well, obviously Magicians have proved them wrong, in multiple situations. So it's definitely something that that I feel should be debatable. And yet, you know, obviously there's the YCS Dallas you know, anti-meta, anti-spiral fucking deck, basically. I know it does more than just anti-spirals, but spirals are a good, you know, it's definitely heavy anti-spirals for majority. It does do other stuff, it just kind of takes a minute to do other stuff. But at the same time, I definitely argue that there are other decks that are good and playable. Like I said, Magicians, Trickstars obviously have proved their worth. But I think there's more to the meta than just Spirals, because YCS Dallas definitely proved that, you know, Spirals are good. They are a top deck. But I was deck testing against Spirals last night, and I beat them. I even did a match, and I beat them. I had to side deck and win game 2 and 3, but I beat Spirals. I'm not gonna say with ease, but definitely without, you know, I had to earn my victory, and I earned it. It's literally all about trying to stay 10 steps ahead of Spirals. That's what I've noticed. Stay 10 steps ahead of Spirals. Make sure you have back row hate. Make sure you have hand traps. Hand traps are a huge thing. Hand traps will fucking shut down any deck, but as of right now, hand traps shut down Spirals, which is something that, you know, people need to take into account if you're going to play competitively. Spirals can be beaten. You know, it just, like I said, what is with my eye? It just takes a minute. So definitely side deck, you know, your cherries, your cherries, your Ghost Reapers and Winter Cherries. Side deck your Ghost Ogres if you don't main deck them. Side deck your Cosmic Cyclones, your MSTs, your Twin Twisters, all of that. So like I said, there's more to the meta than just Spirals. And that's like take my argument from last night, or my debate that I got into with someone last night was because my buddy on the team, he wanted to build Spirals because he pulled double helix and he had a bunch of other, like, he got some quick fixes and stuff like that. So he's like, let's build Spirals, why not? So all he needed was super agents, and, you know, I was talking to the guy that had super agents, and, you know, we were trying to convince him to buy it, or to sell them to him. I mean, we did convince him, but yeah, he was saying that, you know, Spirals are tier 0, and like I said, Spirals are not tier 0. especially not at this point, because one, we don't have Link Karibo. That one card that comes out in the Warriors deck, the Extreme Warriors or whatever, that deck, that Link monster that just gives him effect negation, that card's not out yet. So there's another thing that, like, another reason why Spirals are not tier 0, especially not right now. And even when they do become tier 0, or quote-unquote tier 0, where they'll have answers all day, decks will still have responses. Decks will still have hardcore responses. Will I build Spirals? Maybe. The Rosemont Regionals this weekend will definitely determine whether or not I'm going to work on building Spirals, because I'm getting my invite this year. There's still, I'm getting my invite. Spirals, I don't think are complete cancer like Zodiac's was. Zodiac was fucking cancer. Like, I refused to play any Zoo cards in my decks. It didn't matter how good the fucking format was. True Draco, I just didn't get my hands on the stuff to play True Dracos. Every time I got True Draco stuff, I got rid of it. And that's why I built True King Dino. And True King Dino was still fucking amazing. It was still really, really good to play. But in my personal opinion, Spirals are not not Zodiac cancer, because with Zoos, it's kind of, or Zoo, it's like, if you're going to clear their board, you have to game them that turn, or they're just going to reestablish board, and just game you, and be like, too fucking bad, you couldn't game me that turn. So, that's the biggest reason why I just didn't fucking play, Zoo. So, fuck Zoo. I mean, like, the only other cancer that I've ever played, or the quote-unquote cancer, was Cleaforts. Cleaforts or Necros. I never finished Necros. I had, like, a rough build for Necros, and I just never got around to finishing them. And they hit, like, before I could even attempt to finish the deck, the Genlock got banned. So that sucked for me, that I couldn't play the deck with the Genlock. Well, I couldn't play the complete deck with the Genlock. And then on top of it, with Clees, I never got Vanity's Emptiness when they were expensive, so I never got to play complete Clee Cancer. Clees are good. Clees are amazing, and yet you could still out Clees. You could still out Clees all day, every day. So yeah, that's... The meta, yes, those are the good decks, the top decks that can get you, that are better at getting you wins. But like I said, anti-meta is a thing. Rogue decks get lucky chances. Bricks are a thing. Players with good decks, or with good players with okay decks are also a thing. Because I've faced plenty of people where I was playing the top deck. I didn't brick or anything like that. They just were able to outplay me. So that's a thing that you have to, like, that a lot of people don't take into account. And that's, like, the biggest thing, and the biggest reason why decks like Zoo and decks like Spirals and decks like Clees become the quote-unquote tier 0. I don't believe tier 0 is a thing. So yeah. That's it for the video. I know it's really, really short, and it was kind of just like a big rant on why Spirals are good, but not that good. Like, they're great. Like, don't get me wrong. Spirals are really fucking good. Like, they have outs to a lot of things. But I've been playing Magicians since they've been out. So I know Magicians left and fucking right. And I know Magicians better than I know I know the back of my hand. And the back of my hand's pretty fucking simple. It's a fucking back of a hand. So yeah, I have answers, like, I'm able to get answers all day with Magicians. It's just all about being the better player, and that's, what I try to push people to do all day. Even if you don't have the money to build, like, these top decks, you could build these okay decks that are pretty cheap to get your hands on, and you could still outplay a top player. I've done it plenty of times. So it's legit. It's all about knowing your shit. So if you're gonna play competitively, and if you're gonna play in this format competitively, and you don't have the money to if you don't have the crazy amounts of money to spend on spirals, then magicians are a thing. So build magicians. Magicians have plenty of outs as long as you know what you're doing. And I know what the fuck I'm doing because I've done my research on magicians. I know the ins and outs of the decks. I've played test against spirals. I've done my research on spirals. I know how to stop them. I know how to deal with them. I'm ready for the Rosemont Regionals. And if you guys are going to be there, then definitely hit me up at the Rosemont Regional. Like, I'll be playing. So hit me up, all that fun stuff. And yeah, everything like that. So yeah, thank you guys and have a wonderful... Oh wait, I didn't even do my entire outro. Thank you guys for listening or watching and or listening to this video. If you like what you hear, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the videos, or to my other videos, and to the channels. And if you want to know when I post, hit that bell icon, because I post every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Fuck, dude, what is in my fucking eye? Yeah, I upload every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, and yeah, you can if you hit the bell icon, you'll know exact moment when I upload. Thank you. Have a wonderful, beautiful night, day, thing, or whatever.